Manya, and welcome to ETimes. How are you doing?
Thanks, Shilpa. Thank you so much. And I'm super excited to be on ETimes. I'm doing well. Thank you. I know it's been very, very difficult, almost a year and a half for everyone around the world. And I think I should say I'm just blessed so far. We haven't had any, we haven't, been affected by COVID so badly as many people have. So I just have to say we are blessed.
Great. I really can't believe my eyes that it has been over 20 years since your Malayalam debut, Joker. You look exactly the same and, gorgeous as always.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Trying. I did put on a little bit of Korichu Vannam Vechu immunization. But yeah, I'm trying to maintain as much as I can good health.
Let's talk about your journey in cinema. You ventured into movies in 1999 with the Telugu movie Sita Ramaraju, and I think you were probably a teenager then, and then Joker happened. So tell us how all of this started, how this began.
So to backtrack a little bit, I come from a family which is full of doctors. Achin Doctor Anna. And Amma is a homemaker. So that was obvious that I would also become a doctor one day. So Angane Anna, I don't know, childhood. But unexpectedly, my dad passed away. And appo enikku oru offer vandirunnu Kumaran Silks le model cheyan. And I just did it by chance. Eniki ariyadayalunnu that I'd become a heroine or I'd become like an actress and all that. It was very unexpected, very by chance. So our modeling session, I actually got an offer for that Telugu movie Sita Ramaraju, which was a big multi-star. Adile Nagarjun was the hero. Ravi Teja was my pair. Yeah, I was playing opposite Ravi Teja. Hari Krishna Garu was there. So it was like a huge multi-star. So enike aadyam pedi, I don't know. I was like, you know what? ഞാൻ ഒരു actress അല്ല, I don't have any training or any experience in acting. Dance I knew, but not acting. So enike oru pediyayirunnu, പക്ഷേ first ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു I don't want to do it. This is not my forte. Modeling easy. Modeling is like pose and then picture and that's fine. But ഒരു പേടി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. And അതിനുശേഷം തിരിച്ച് അവർ വന്നു വീട്ടിലേക്ക് വന്നിട്ട് no Manya, we really want you to do it. And so I thought, okay, let me try. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു starting, I entered into films. So it is very, very unexpected. അതിനുശേഷം ഞാൻ ആ മൂവി ചെയ്യുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സിൽ എനിക്ക് സെക്കൻഡ് മൂവി ഓഫർ വന്നു, സെക്കൻഡ് ഹീറോയിൻ ആയിട്ട് തെലുഗു മൂവി. ഇറ്റ്സ് കോൾഡ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പെല്ലാം ഈസ്റ്റ് ഗോദാവരി മൊഗുഡു. രമ്യകൃഷ്ണ ആണ് അതിലെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹീറോയിൻ, ഞാൻ അതിലെ സെക്കൻഡ് ഹീറോയിൻ ആണ്. ഹീറോ വാസ് ശ്രീകാന്ത്. സോ അത് പിന്നെ ചെയ്തു. both of the movies ഒരുപാട് റിലീസായി. I think in a span of 1 to 2 months both the movies released. So അപ്പൊ ആണ് I got the offer for Joker. Blessieta and Venugopal cameraman Hyderabad vannu. And then one of the reporters avade enne kurichu avaru paranju ingane Manya Naidu oru pudiya heroine aanu, she's really good, so you should try her, try to see if she'll fit in your movie. So appa aanu avaru veetlek vannu Hyderabad le. I still remember njan kurichu makeup ittitana I was ready. Appo I vanna session Venugopal sir paranju, can you wash your face, I want to take some pictures without any makeup. I was like, why is this like every movie in Telugu movies, it is like all of us are glamorous and all that makeup illade, it's not very rare. So okay, I'll do what they want. So in the backyard I washed my face, there was no makeup, and then they took some pictures. Venu sir took those pictures back to Lohi sir aa pictures alla kandittu pinne avaru vilichu Joker.
Yeah, and so I must say that you got one of the biggest opportunities compared to starting your career in Malayalam, that too with late Lohithadas sir. Tell us about how was it working with such a person.
First of all, I should say I didn't know. ഞാൻ ആദ്യമാണ് കേരള വന്നത് Joker shooting വേണ്ടി. So adine mumba I don't have any Malayali friends because I was studying in Hyderabad, and I didn't have much interaction with Malayalam. So എനിക്ക് ലാംഗ്വേജ് അറിയില്ല, അത്ര കൾച്ചർ കുറിച്ച് അത്ര അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. Because Karnataka and Andhra are close by, I knew a little bit, but Kerala was a little far off, so I didn't know much about the culture. So first time when I landed in Cochin airport, and I drove, we drove from Cochin airport to Shodnur. Shodnur aana shooting. Shodnur Ottepalam aana Joker and shooting. So when we drove there, I was mesmerized by the beauty. On the way, we would have like pineapple and mango, and I was excited. First time I saw Lohi sir was on the location in the circus tent for Joker. So I knew that the movie story was about all this, but I didn't know it would be so realistic. Utre realistic, അത് റിയൽ ആയിട്ട് ഒരു സർക്കസിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്തത്. സോ അത് ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് ടൈം ആദ്യം ഞാൻ ലോഹി സർ കണ്ടത് ആ സെറ്റിൽ വെച്ച് ലോഹി സർ വാസ് ഹാവിംഗ് ലഞ്ച്. And like the chore and sambar and all, I still remember. And he was eating lunch, and I was waiting to talk to him. He was very quiet, and then I said, "Hello, sir, how are you?" Adine Mumbai, I met him for the photo session. So, and sir said, "Good, good." And then Blessieta gave me all the dialogues. Blessieta, adinde associate director, so he would give me all the dialogues, and he would make me memorize all the dialogues. I mean, enike prompting alla. I memorized all the dialogues, and I used to tell all the dialogues in Malayalam. I used to talk. So and Malayalam used to be more fluent at that time because I used to talk more in Malayalam. Ipo korchu gap ai. So that was. But one of the greatest things about Lohi sir is he will enact the shot and he'll show it to you. Our act cheyittu parayum, I want, this is what I want. This is the kind of expressions I want. And then he lets you do what you do. So it was very natural. And Joker shoot cheythathu njangal chronological order lana. So my introduction shot was the first. And then, so enikku oru actress aayittu, it was very easy for me to get into the role. And Kamala is just like me. I am very much like Kamala. The character was just how I am. So it was not difficult to become Kamala. But the shooting was in the process of introduction, Pinne Abuka's death, Pinne, the songs and all that. So it was in chronological order. So it was very easy for me to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the character. It was, and I think Lohi sir brought the best out of me. I realized what acting is, and what subtle acting is from Lohi sir and from Blessieta. So I'm very, very grateful. Our movie I got the Kerala State Critic Award for the best debut for Joker, and I am truly, truly grateful for them for giving me that role.
Also, Manya, Joker had a bunch of impressive performers, be it Dileep or Bahadurika and Mala Aravindan, Bindu Panikar. So, what was your shooting experience, especially when you said that the entire movie was filmed inside a real circus? So, how was it, the shooting experience?
So, if as I said before, ഞാൻ ആദ്യമാണ് കേരള വന്നത്. So, എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു അവർ അത്ര വലിയ stars and so once I started shooting, then I realized how big of an actor Bahadurka is, and how great actors like Dileep and Bindu Chechi and Mala Arvindan, all of them, I can't, because there's so many actors, I don't want to name everyone, but everyone, even, my father's role, I really, when I used to act with him, it was more realistic, it felt like a real, I didn't feel I was acting. It felt like a real shot, a real scene. Especially what a scene I have to mention, Bahadurka, our Pulinde cage le vechittu, he cries. And when ഞാൻ ആ ഷോട്ട് ഷൂട്ടിംഗ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ I was there on location, അവിടെ തന്നെ ആയിരുന്നു ഞാൻ, and I was looking at him acting, and when I was watching him, unknowingly tears started flowing from my eyes. I started crying. I did not feel that this, the camera is there, lights are there, but I did not feel that. I felt like he's really crying. It was so amazing. So, and the Uttara Velli actors are, they're such good actors, great actors. Oh, Jada illa. That was the beautiful thing about that location. We used to stay in a house, I don't know, it was like a guest house and Shodnurle, and all of us used to stay in the guest house. Ravile Blessieta used to come, dialogue padipikkan very Bendy Blessieta used to come teach me the dialogues at 7 a.m. I used to be ready on shot. So even if we don't have shooting, we used to be in the circus. So Bindu Chechi, me, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ ദിവസം ഷൂട്ടിംഗ് ഇല്ലെങ്കിലും ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ആ ഷോട്ടില് അവിടെ ലൊക്കേഷനിൽ ഉണ്ടാവും. And we used to eat together, we used to enjoy together. So എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഞാൻ മലയാളം പഠിച്ചത്. Slowly I had to, because some people didn't know English and I had to converse. And then I started learning Malayalam, and I started loving Kerala food, appam, idiyappam. I used to wait for the tiffin box to come. I used to love appam. Idiyappam was my favorite. Kadalakari and appam I used to love so much. Ivide there's Sabriyata, who is the associate director for Vakalat Narayankutti. He stays in New York. So I'm pregnant. When I was pregnant, he used to get kadalakari and appam for me, because I used to crave kadalakari and appam and achar, that mango achar. And same thing, Rajan Jeta, Mitras, their family also is very close. So throughout my pregnancy, I ate Kerala food only. I used to crave. So that started with Joker, where I became, I fell in love with Kerala food, Kerala culture and all that stuff.
Great. Also, Manya, although you have, only done a few movies in Malayalam, you got this opportunity to, work with some of the A-listers in the industry, including, Mammootty, Dileep, Suresh Gopi, Mukesh, Jayaram. What is the, one thing you learned from them?
Discipline and dedication. I think all of them, they're so disciplined and dedicated to their roles. Like even Dilipeta, when we used to do Kunjikkoonan, staying in that Kunan, I think overall in all the languages, I think they did that role in different languages, but he was the best.
Yeah.
Dilipeta, he was so dedicated to that Kunan role. And, when I first started shooting a set level, he was in the Kunan Vesham and I didn't recognize him. I walked past him. I did not recognize him. So it was like such dedication and discipline. I think even be it Suresh Gopi, be it Mammootty. Mammootty, I'm a big fan. I'm a fan girl of Mammootty. So I'm actually very lucky that I did movies with him. So, all the actors I worked with, I think I'm really grateful to have done movies with such big, actors in Malayalam. And as you said, ഈ കുറച്ച് സിനിമ ചെയ്താലും ഒരു നല്ല സിനിമ ആയിരുന്നു. Jayaram, like Vakalat Narayankutti. I used to be a fan of Jayaram before I worked with him in Vakalat Narayankutti, because of Tenali Raman with Kamal Hassan and all that he had done, Kamal Hassan sir and all that he had done Tenali Raman. And I was a big fan of his comedy. I used to love his comedy. Because I'm really lucky that I did, 2 Malayalam movies, 1 Tamil movie with him. And see, all these actors, I think, be it Dilipeta, Jayaram, be it Suresh, Mammootty, and be it all the actors and all the directors I worked with, I think I learned dedication and discipline.
Great. That's why they are, still the superstar.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Also, Manya, you might have heard that Mammootty has completed 50 years in cinema. And, you have worked with him, I think, in 2 movies, Aparichitan and
2 movies.
Rajavu.
Yeah.
Tell us about one of the moments you, cherished a lot, be it on the sets or...
Again, I think with Mammootty, the first time I met Mammootty, I was mesmerized. He's so good looking. He was like, wow. That's first time I saw him was for Rakshash Raja, when Mammootty was in that police inspector dress. And I thought he was one of the most handsome people I've ever seen in my life, So that was my first. So good looking, and his skin. And even now, like I'm a big fan. I follow him on Instagram and all that. And the best part about Mammootty is, he's so simple and humble and down to earth. You won't be. For me, that was what I'm awestruck about Mammootty even today. Like even today, Mammootty sent me a message for saying Happy Mother's Day. I'm not in the industry, and but that connection, and I did 2 movies with him. It was long back. But that simplicity, that humbleness of that, he's a legend, a superstar. It's like beyond, my imagination that I did 2 movies with him. I never dreamt of it. But, for such a big legend and for such a big superstar to be so humble and simple and send me a message for Mother's Day, and I sent him a message for Eid and stuff. I think that relationship shows his class, that character of that person who is who's just a legend in our film industry, but he's so simple. I think that's what I love about Mamuka. And I think on the sets, there are lots of memorable incidents. Mamuka is very funny, and he keeps cracking jokes. And when we were doing, I think Aparichitan, we had a lot of scenes together where he plays the ghost. So he used to keep cracking jokes in between and all that stuff. But one thing which I remember so well was Mummy likes the fish. I'm vegetarian, but Mummy loves fish. So Mamuka used to get his tiffin, his lunch from home. So he used to share that fish with Mummy, and till today, my Ammaku orme undu. Mamuka's veetla in one of fish. She's like, that's the most tastiest fish I've ever had in my life. So I think things like that make him what he is. I'm in awe of him. I'm his big fan, by the way.
Also, I think you have done almost 40 movies, in various languages. Was there a movie, you denied being a part of, and someone else robbed into the role, and later it became a hit? Is there a movie?
There are a couple of movies I regret. I wish I had done it. Tengashi Patnam is one movie which I really wish I had done.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I think there's a couple of movies in Telugu also which became a big hit, and I should have done it. So yeah, it's always there, right? It's but I did not do it just because I had a reason, because I was shooting in some other language, or didn't have the dates. And especially when there's big stars in the movie, it's hard to, like, you have to be there when their dates are available. So that's one thing. So I think that was one of the reasons. Otherwise, oh my god, yeah, there's so many movies, and there's some movies which I did and I wish I did not do, actually. So I was like, I did it, and I was like, what? When they tell me the story, it was something else, and when I see it on screen, it's completely different. So I was like, why did I do it? But uh, I have a policy, Shilpa. എനിക്ക് ഒരു regret illa life. Life is such, like, ഞങ്ങൾ തെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് അറിയില്ലാതെ we'll do the mistake. If we know that it's a mistake, we will not do it. So so I don't have regrets in life overall. എനിക്ക് ഒരുപാട് gratefulness ഉണ്ട് for whatever I've done, whatever I've achieved, because I think even today, after I came here to study, I went to Columbia to study and all. A lot of people, കുറെ ആൾക്കാർ ചോദിക്കും, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് regret ഉണ്ടോ? Cinema industry, you left the cinema industry when you were at the peak, and then when you're doing well, when you were getting movies, and then you came here to study. അങ്ങനെ എനിക്ക് ഒരു regret ഇല്ല. I think, in life, we have to progress according to, our age. And I also wanted to have a child. So, and then, things like that happen. I cannot be, younger heroes. See, the fact is, heroes have a longer shelf life than heroines. That's a fact. And we know that it's unfortunate. I don't agree with it. It should not be like that. But that's the truth, Heroes are still heroes. But when a heroine gets married and has children, they don't have the same. I mean, there are opportunities, like how Meena is doing. Still, she's doing some good roles and all. There are opportunities, but it's not the same like how it is when you're younger and things like that. So I wanted to, I wanted to finish my studies, and I wanted to be an example for all those people, all those women who discontinue their education for any reason. My reason was Achan Marichu. I had to take over family responsibilities. I don't know anything. So angane ഒരുപാട് ladies undu who have to drop their education because of family circumstances. So I think I wanted to be a role model. Right? It was very difficult. ഒരുപാട് കഷ്ടങ്ങൾ I don't know to complete my education. But I think overall in life, I don't have any regrets for the movies I lost, for the movies that I should not have done. So, and for, leaving the industry and then kind of completing my studies, I think I don't have any regrets. I'm proud of everything.
I was about to ask that, despite having all those, a successful career, in showbiz, and you had all the fame, and still you choose to quit cinema and pursue education. And I remember these lines you have written on your Instagram post, that education gives you wings to fly. But wasn't that a tough decision to make? Especially when you are at the peak of your career and you are deciding to step into uncharted waters. And
Yeah.
it takes, I think, a lot of courage, especially to deny all that fame and embark on a new journey.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a difficult decision, especially. See, there was a transition also. If I didn't have movies, I also had an offer from Balaji Telefilms was doing some serials at that point, So there was also when you transition, a lot of actors have done that after movies, then transition into dance shows, they transition into serials, or, they have like dance schools and things like that. So that was a regular course. അങ്ങനെ I don't know, normally the transition from an actress in later on in life. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് actually when ഞാൻ school വിടുമ്പോൾ it was not because I always used to love studying and I was a very good student. So എനിക്ക് ഒരുപാട് ഇഷ്ടമായിരുന്നു to finish my education. And I always had it at the back of my mind because I know that, I had that drive in me to complete my education. So, but I had to take care of my family. I had to support my family. So that's why I had to make that choice, because it was very difficult for me to like study and to do movies, because I was doing so different movies in different languages. There was a lot of traveling. I don't know, even in Coimbatore to Bangalore to Hyderabad. It was like constantly traveling, right? So it was difficult. So I think making that decision was one of the most difficult decisions of my life. It was an easy life. Apotake, I had made a good name for myself. I was making enough money, and I could have transitioned to TV, which would also give it's good money. Nowadays, the TV stars are more popular than some film stars, actually. So it was a good it's TV, and online platforms are doing very well nowadays.
Yes.
So it would have been easy. But I had that drive and I wanted to try it out. I thought, okay, if I don't succeed, then I can come back, but I wanted to at least give it a try. And I think I'm very happy. And because today I can tell my daughter that she can do whatever she wants, puts her heart to. And it's not an easy decision to make. Facilities are. We have a cook, you have a chauffeur, you have everything. But everything you have to do yourself, and you have no help at all. And this is a foreign nadana. I remember where you have family and support. I had no one. So I was alone. That was very difficult for me. And I'm a very extrovert, friendly person. I love my friends. I love my family. I became very isolated. But I think our 4 years at Columbia University, I focused. I had no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. I was like focused, and I wanted to get a scholarship. So I got a complete scholarship, 100% scholarship, because I had a 4.0 GPA. So full scholarship ഞാൻ പഠിച്ച് പുറത്ത് വന്നു, and then I got an offer to work in investment banking as a trader. So I think that experience, the whole experience, I think as you said, Shilpa, ഒരുപാട് കഷ്ടமான ഒരു decision ആയിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ I think thinking back, I'm very proud that I did that. And I think tomorrow I can tell my daughter, see, look at the journey, I'm very proud of this journey. And, that makes me, lot of people reach out to me on Instagram saying that, Chichi, you're inspiration. Stop looking at you, I get inspired because I did it without my support.
I'm
no support,
getting
my
goosebumps already.
Thank you, Shilpa. It was very, and it looks easy, but it was, I know there were moments when I cried in the campus. I failed my exam. I was like, how am I going to pass? Is this for me? And and it was a very hard life here. After having a life of luxury, to come here and live a life like this, going in the bus and the train and living a normal life, I think it took a little bit of adjustment, but I'm so proud that I did it. Overall, I'm proud that I can inspire someone to go back and to study. That's enough for me. I think one person gets inspired, as you said in the Instagram post that I said, education does give you wings to fly. People can take away your money, they can take away anything from you, they can't take away your knowledge from you. So that will remain with me till the day I die. So that, and when Instagram, when people on social media, when they reach out to me, Chichi, when we want to get back to study, there's some doctors who have quit because of family issues. So when I inspire them, I think even inspiring one person serves my purpose.
Yeah, that's true. Um, uh, how is your family doing? I know you live in New York, and the past 1 year has been tough on all of us. And I know that you do have a full-time job and family to look after, and this work from home has really become a new norm. So, was this entire pandemic been hard on you?
Very hard, Shilpa. The first year, so I and Amma also stays. Mummy stays with us, and Ammaku end stage renal failure, Anna. So both kidneys Amma's has failed. So she has to go for dialysis every alternate day. So Amma was a very high risk patient, Anna. So last year there was no vaccine when it started out.
Yeah.
Um, I was petrified, I should tell you, because we have the hospital near our house. And whenever I have to get groceries or medicines, I have to cross the hospital. There were morgue trucks with bodies loaded in black bags. That scene still is etched in my mind, and those bodies had nobody to claim. Relatives could not come to see their loved ones in the end stage because they were not allowed in that COVID, affected area. And very, very personally for me, my husband Vic was he was in Dubai at that time. He was taking care of his parents in Dubai, so I was alone managing mummy. And Omi was supposed to start school pre-K Anna last year. Omi was supposed to start, but she start Isla because of COVID. So and homeschooling. What a 4 years child, what will she learn in homeschooling? She refused to even sit in the class. So I had to manage between doing my job, between cooking, cleaning, because we couldn't even get the cleaning lady. Nobody was allowed in the house because mummy was high risk. I did not want to take any chance because those people come in the subways and trains. Any infection would have affected Omi and mummy. So I had no cleaning lady. I had no help. So everything like full-time job, cleaning, cooking, taking care of mummy. Mummy had 6 surgeries, so I had to take her to the hospital, get her back from the hospital, and then taking care of Omi. It was very. There were times when I used to sleep in the night and I used to cry. I was like, when is this going to end? Then finally the vaccines came, which was a big relief. We all took the vaccines. Omi is not eligible yet, so Omi is not vaccinated. But now again, especially, and what makes me upset is when the CDC gave guidelines that not to wear a mask if you're vaccinated indoors, and now again they're saying wear a mask. I'm happy that I did not listen to them, and whenever we were indoors, we always wore a mask if we were going out or doing something, to the shop or medical shop or pharmacy or groceries or anything. But it's sad, all we have to do, wear a mask, maintain social distancing, and follow certain protocol till this passes, because so many people have passed away, so many people have lost their lives, and this is the least we can do, and people don't listen. So it's affected me badly, but I know many single mothers, and other people who've lost their jobs, whom is affected worse than what you could imagine. So as I mentioned at the start of our interview, I'm grateful that at least that I have a job, I have Omi is safe, mummy is safe, we didn't get infected with COVID, we're taking the precaution, and all these kind of things. So but I'm just praying it's getting bad to worse, and with the current situation, people here, there might be a second wave again. So we don't know if Omi is going to start school again in for KG in September. So I'm just praying that everybody stays safe, and we don't lose any more lives.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Also, Manya, Onam is around the corner. Being a South Indian, you would be familiar with the festivals. And what are your earliest memories of celebrating Onam? Also, has there been a Onam celebration on the sets?
Yes, and that's my first experience celebrating Onam. That was for Joker. Yes. So it was Joker movie ആയിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ ആദ്യം ഓണത്തെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്. അവിടെ വെച്ചാണ് ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് സദ്യ കഴിച്ചത്. And it was I was just എനിക്ക് banana leaf the whole സദ്യ. ഞാൻ വെജിറ്റേറിയൻ അല്ല, എനിക്കൊരു feast ആണ് അത്. I was so happy. Palada payasam is my favorite, and I love the toran and sambar. I'm very fond of it, and the appalam, and the ginger chutney. So yeah, in the Adyam experience Onathinte Joker settle ആയിരുന്നു, and that was the first time I had the sadhya and I had the experience of Onam and all that stuff. ഒരുപാട് memories ഉണ്ട് അതിന്റെ. പിന്നെ കുഞ്ഞിക്കൂനനിലെ കൂടെ we celebrated Onam. So അങ്ങനെ when I started doing movies, that's when I started knowing about Onam, celebrating Onam. Ipo even though I'm in New York, So far away, we still celebrate Onam. I have so many Malayali friends here. And Gorubada associations in the Malayalam association. So now they call me as a guest. So I also take my American friends, and American friends they also love the Onam Sadhya. So we still celebrate Onam, and even last actually. We used to celebrate Onam every association. Me and I, Mama, my mummy, and everybody, all of us used to go to the association, sit with everyone, all our Malayali friends and all that. And we used to celebrate Onam. But last 2 years, because of COVID, since we can't go, I get the Sadhya home. So there's a restaurant, a Kerala restaurant, and I order their Sadhya home. So I make a couple of dishes. I make very good sambar. I make good toran. So I make a couple of things, but I order the whole sadhya and the banana leaf and everything. So last year, in 2020, we had the sadhya at home, and Omi loves it. This year we're going to have it on Saturday. So I'll send you pictures.
Great.
Omi loves it.
We all do, especially if you are vegetarian. That's the ultimate.
Yeah.
And Manya, one thing that I have noticed about you is that you do have a full-time job, and yet you make a serious effort to connect with your fans and share your whereabouts. And how do you manage all of this?
First of all, Ella fans, I love you. And I'm so happy that I connected to all of you through Instagram, Facebook. എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു ഇത്ര വർഷങ്ങള് ശേഷം എന്നെ ഓർമ്മ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഇത്രയും സ്നേഹം എന്നെ കുറിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് എന്നിട്ട്. So first of all, I want to tell all my fans, എനിക്ക് വളരെ വളരെ നന്ദി, and love you a lot. And എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ ഓണാശംസകൾ. I want all of you to be blessed, happy, safe, and pursue your dreams. Never give up. You can do what you want to do, and I wish this Onam brings happiness in all your lives, and your families are safe. As you mentioned, Shilpa, I'm so happy to connect with them on Instagram. So they send me a message, and when I message them back, they're like, "Really? Is this you?" I'm like, "Yes, it is me." And they're like, "I can't believe it, Chechi." I'm like, "You have tears in my eyes." I'm like, "No, it is me." And I am replying to you, and they all love you so much. That's why I feel happy to reply whenever I get time. I get a lot of messages, and sometimes I can't reply to all messages. But etre messages ku reply cheyan pattu, atre messages na reply cheyu. And I talk to them, and some people ask for advice, and especially couple of fans like Akhil. I don't know. He's also very famous on Instagram. Actually, he wants me to make videos and stuff like that, and he's like makes this funny videos. To make everybody happy, So I enjoy doing videos for them because he's a fan and he wants to make people smile and happy, And during COVID, we're all going through such stressful times, and that's why I think that's how I connect with them, and I do videos for them, and I send them wishes for their birthdays, and a lot of people ask me to wish and bless their children for their birthdays. So I feel happy doing it.
Great. So Manya, looking back at your journey, who are the people inspired you, gave you courage, and how would you describe your journey so far?
The people who gave me the most courage, Shilpa, are the first person in my life that I met, who's one of the strongest people that I know, is my grandmother, my Amma. She had 13 children. She lost 5 children, and she was such a strong. Then my tata, my grandfather, was paralyzed, and then she took over taking care of the family. So I think one of the strongest women and most noble women that I've met in my life is my Amma, and she's the first person I would say whom I'm inspired by. No matter what happens, she was very spiritual. And I think she imbibed spirituality in me. And I think me being spiritual, doesn't matter what religion you are. You can be, whichever religion you be. But I think the root is to be spiritual and good. Do good and good comes back to you. I really believe in that. And throughout my journey, as you said, I think what I am most proud about is that I've never harmed anyone. I've only done good. And and if I've not if I've never harmed anyone on purpose or said anything bad on purpose. I've just been myself, and I think being good has given God. I've been given back lots of blessings, and today whatever I am is the blessings of all the people who I've interacted with throughout my life. I can't say one person, because I have I've been blessed with amazing friends who have supported me throughout my life. Right from me getting into modeling, me being in school, and me be here in the US. I have such amazing people, friends that who have supported me, that I'm whatever I am today is because of all these people, who have supported me throughout. And that also, I think it's very important for women to support women. I think whatever I am is also because of my girlfriends who have pushed me behind. So like, you can do it. We're there with you. Go ahead, do it. Kind of thing. No jealousy, no rivalry. It's pure love. And I think, and if I had to sum up one phrase for my whole journey, I would say, no matter what came to my life, I never gave up. So I think even today, like no matter, even if I'm hit with a hurricane, I will not give up. And I think that's one thing what I've done throughout my life, because every time I faced hurdles, it was like when my dad passed away suddenly, that was a big shock in my life, and to get up back on my feet. It took me some time, because me being the older child, I was very close to my dad, the first child in the house, and it was very difficult for me to cross that, that threshold of like getting over, he's not there anymore, physically with me. And then the next hurdle came when I was doing movies. Sometimes some people are good, some people are not good. You're dealing with different varieties of people, and some people hurt you, So there was many hurdles in life that I had to like jump over to be what I am today. But I think throughout, my only focus was to never give up on myself, never give up on this life, never give up in trying hard. And I think that's what's made me what I am today. And that's what I teach my daughter too. Omi's pillow says, Omishka, never ever give up.
Yeah, I think that is, one of the most important things we should understand in life.
Yeah, because it's easy, it's easy to say like, I can't do it, it's hard, and I just give up. It's easy to do that. But if you have a dream, you want to achieve it, you keep pushing. There's how long you have to get there, you will get there,
Before we wrap up this conversation, I must ask this question to you. Do you have plans to, make a re-entry to movies?
Yes, movies will always be my first love, but only if I get a good role. If I get a good role that will be memorable, and I don't have to do 100 movies a year or something like that. If I do one movie a year, or if I do one movie that's a memorable role, I will definitely do it. Yeah. I actually got a
fans
couple
will
of
be
offers.
happy to hear this.
They keep asking me, Chechi, re-entry epo. And I tell them, Ipo, because I can't travel because of COVID and all that stuff, and mummy is here. But probably once the world becomes safer a little to travel, and and there's lots of web series also happening in the US. So I don't mind. I mean, I would love to do a good role, which has some depth in it, and I think. I love movies is always my first love, and I think I didn't fall. The love happened gradually, Shilpa. I just like I was pushed into it, and then I fell in love with it. So I think it'll always be there.
We hope that it happens soon, and fingers crossed. It's been a real pleasure to know you and have a conversation with you, and thank you for lighting the room with your infectious smile and personality. Thank you so much. And take care. Advanced Onam wishes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shilpa, and advanced Onam wishes to you too. And thank you so much, because I think I love the article that you posted on ETimes about the education. I think it's inspired a lot of people. And even today, a lot of people look at that article actually, and I posted it on LinkedIn too. So thank you for being a part of like pushing that education is important for everyone. And it's a pleasure talking to you and being associated with you. So thank you so much, and wish all ETimes viewers a very happy Onam. Stay blessed, stay happy, and stay positive always, and never ever give up.